Hello people, and welcome back to News Review. This week there are a couple of cards. First off is of course a new black card, Nesoi. She is a light god, and as a leader her team consists of light god and light elf, although there isn't a hard limitation on who you can bring. There is, you can obviously borrow from God and Elf, although they will have less of everything essentially. And you can also borrow from, well, anywhere else, but you'll get none of the effects from her leader skill. The gimmick of her is essentially, she works off how many status effects you have. So, that's in here. First off, she ignores burning, and she gets half damage from Runestone Number Shield, which I don't really think is that useful, because usually, I guess this is, you have more room to make mistakes, but I don't think it's very useful. Everything except Earth has the effect of light, essentially, is really what you want to, it's really the only useful one. And light and dark have the effect of heart, which is good. So, typically, you would probably want to have 2 status effects, because then you get extra combos. Her team skill. Wait, where is this written? She, activates her own skill at the start of... Oh yeah, here. Skill CDs of herself will be -6 after entering a stage, and if you have her at max skill level, that'll be just you can activate her as soon as you enter. And yeah, 3 and 4 are, fine. You can get some extra shield breaking abilities. It'll be a bit of a pain to remember what is what. And 5 is kind of useless, although I mean if you have it, it's just extra attack, right? Moving on to her actual active, CD6, of course. Drop rate of heart will be transferred to that of light. Light to be dropped will be light enchanted. And when you activate this, and at the end of each round, she turns earth into enchanted dark. By dissolving all runestones in the first batch, so dissolving the whole board. Skill CDs of, I believe, let's look at the color. I think this is light. Yeah, this is light god and light elf -1. This is, of course, a status effect, and then when you deactivate it, which can be deactivated anytime, she puts a hyperstate on light gods and light elves. So my rating is a little bit below 175 diamonds. Why did I rate it like this? It's because certainly, this is a strong leader. HP is very good, recovery is very good, attack is also very good, but there's not really much in the way of, just you ignore burning, and I guess kind of the leaders nowadays ignore a lot of stuff. Of course, there's, she ignores fixed combo shield and shield elemental shield and quintet elemental shield, but basically you'll have to structure your when you activate certain effects, stuff CD reset or stat and CD reset happen a lot, and basically you can't, if you get reset you're done for, so you gotta plan around the stage, and that's kind of just it's kind of troublesome. Apart from that, her pool of members is actually kind of limited. I'm not saying there aren't, there are plenty of good light gods. Light elf, there's only diamond, basically. But for light gods, they're very specific. In the YouTube video that the official channel said, they recommended Tangsanjang and Sun Wukong, and even the Palace Collab, the Eva card, and then yeah, it's just very specific, right? Not many people have all those at the same time, and yeah, I think specifically light god and light elf makes the pool a little restricted. Of course, the card that I didn't mention is a light Yancy, which I don't have personally as well, because it's like only from collector's deck. It was only from a past collector's deck, and it only appeared once. So, you know, if they, of course, if they reopen that, then, you know, I'll change my, like, and if you've pulled this, then obviously you'll have a good time, because that's like the best light god stat booster. But at the present moment, like, if you have all of the cards I mentioned, sure, I think like it's worth a pull. But if you don't have, like, let's say you don't have like light Yancy, I think light Yancy is like the bottom line, and then if you have like Solo Kong Tan San San, that like adds to this card. If of course you have Diamond, it adds to this card as well. But then like if you don't have light Yancy, I don't think you should pull for this, because there's not really like any other one. Like light Greek again is one that is fine, but to maintain his stat, you need to dissolve a group of 5 or more light moonstones, and that's kind of hard to do when you also like want to dissolve the whole board, because like, sorry, that's the active here. Like, dissolving the whole board is actually, like, consistently is actually kind of hard, even though, you know, it helps because she removes heart moonstones and earth moonstones. But depending on, you know, like, obviously it's also kind of troublesome, because what if the round you want to activate this, there are like 2 or 1 heart moonstone, like there are 2 heart moonstones or 1 heart moonstone on the board, then you'll just never be able to, you know, dissolve this, or even like 5, then it's just like alright then. Of course now you can use like character moonstones to, like, you know, get rid of these heart moonstones, but it's still kind of a hassle. And yeah, so because of everything I've just mentioned, that's why I rate her here. Anyway, I've talked about this card for quite a lot of time now. She also gets her own Dragonware, which is fine. I mean, that's just a trend that's happening with these black cards nowadays, I guess. Then we move on to cards that are actually, like, exciting, in my opinion. New Transmigration of a Water Elf. This Water Elf is so good. Okay, dual actives, as always, for Transmigration cards nowadays. 1. Explode the board, and you get a board with 1 type runestones gone. That's pretty good. For 2 rounds for 2 rounds, drop rate of that type of runestone becomes 0. Pretty good. Each elf and water member of the team launches 2 extra attacks as much as 30% of its attack. Negligible, although probably useful, because it's like, if you use it in either an elf team or a water team, and it's a whole team attack, like for 2 rounds. So if you add that up, it is 24 extra attacks from this one active. And then the second active is where it's really, really good. Once again, explode the board to generate runestones of all 5 attributes. For 1 round, the drop rate of heart becomes 0. Team recovery becomes 0. It's the card that everyone's been asking for elves all this time. Finally. And apart from that, add 4 times the deductive recovery of each character to its own attack. So it is like Jade, but like again. So this is a must farm, although you can't farm with diamonds, obviously, because it's a transmigration. Thankfully, it's 20 floors. If they hit up, like, if it's another, like, like, I can only imagine what it'll be like for a 40 floor one for, like, now, like, the environment nowadays. But anyway, there's a round restriction and a step restriction. The round restriction likely won't be that strict, as always, just to, like, stop, like, some infinite sort of, like, farming setup. Step restrictions, you can only 40 steps each round, so teams such as, well, there's Sigma, who, like, basically bypasses this, and also Tsukiyomi, who also bypasses this, because you can get, like, time tunnel every round. But apart from that, other teams will probably struggle. This card is a must get, however, if you can get it, so, like, you know. there's not much to say. This is a really, really good card. Apart from that, a new ultimate stage. Fire Elf, CD6, tap 3 times on the screen and convert columns and rows into moonstones of that type, including enchanted effects and race moonstone effects. And if an elf moonstone is tapped for 3 rounds, the character's attack and recovery times 3 and he ignores defense. I mean, kind of useless because, first off, a converter of this kind is, you know, okay. It's like better than traditional converters, but the additional effect isn't really that useful. Like, ignoring only defense is like alright. And then, you know, a 3 times attack boost obviously isn't a large attack boost. Of course, the September challenge is here. I'll be making videos on these, probably, if I'm not, well, actually, I don't know this time, because I'll be pretty busy. It's this thing you might have heard of. It's called school. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I will get videos out. One thing that is important though is that you'll get protagonist the Savior's redemption coupons. So I think these are apparently like going to be in the level 10 of every month. So it's good. You know, if you want to collect all 5, which I do. And that's also in addition to the Core of Doom, of course. And last and probably least, there's another bonding skill with Cuteness. Like I don't even know like how many bonding skills Cuteness will end up with at the end of like this bi-weekly series of Lionheart Martial Arts Hall. But anyway, this is not a beast. This is a Earth human, which of course I like because Earth humans are great. CD7. Extend moonstone time to 12 seconds and ignore burning. I believe this is the first Earth human card that can ignore burning, so that's very nice. If the leader is a beast or dragon, the skill stays in play for 3 rounds. Not a particularly good active skill, but if you need to ignore burning, then I guess, you know, that's an Earth human card that can ignore burning. Alright. Apart from that, there's a couple more things that is that are in the celebration event. Let's take a look here. Apart from gift packs, there is some stuff for no, wait, hold on a minute. Here, okay, yeah. 5 ultimate stages will be in the LR pass for a limited time. So, Breakdown of Principal Michael, good card. He's good for extra attacks in Gaunt teams. Yi Miao Yi, I don't remember what this card is. It's because it kind of sucks. Royal Carrot, or Light 23, gives you 23 combos in an elf team. Very cool, very nice, get him. Wang Jiaojun is okay. It's like a bad elf attack boost, so if you don't have Jade, I guess you could use him. And Anu, I think Anu's already in the LR pass, so I'm not sure what that's about, but yeah. Oh, Atlantis is also coming back, so that's pretty good. Anubis, Maya, and Mesopotamia will, you know, also come in order. I mean, I'm not sure whether you should pull over Atlantis. Probably not, right? Because he is a good member. Like, I'm considering it, but it's only because I have quite a lot of diamonds right now. But yeah, not sure. Not sure if it's worth it because Anubis may also be worth it. Maya and Mesopotamia probably not. Although Mesopotamia is apparently getting her PR, or yeah, it is a PR. I think that's what black cards work on. She is getting her PR like later, you know, in the near future. That is. So I don't know about that. And then I think that is probably it. yep, that is it for this week. I'll see you in the next video, I guess, whenever that is. If you like this, please leave a like. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Thank you for getting this far. And if you have gone this far, please subscribe. It gives me motivation to keep doing these videos. Alright, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!